What's good? What's up? I missed y'all. What's up, people? We're here dealing with quarantine and coronavirus. So, I'll be here to entertain you, to entertain the masses. Anyway, what's up, y'all? It's me, L Teddy 27, here with my Angry Teacher Chronicles. Not as angry because schools are closed and most places are closing down and we're at home not having to be bothered with the man. So, tag parents, it's your turn to keep your own kids all day long. Anyway, we're here for another TV review. This is my review of Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 3, Episode 11. And we're here to give you what you want. And so, I enjoyed this episode. Let's get into it. So, we start off with Trick. Trina, Joy, and Bobby are in Bahamas still for the celebration of Trina's mom's birthday. So then they hear the voice and Trick comes in. We knew Trick was going to come the whole time because you are under contract. Hello. Hello, Trick. We kind of knew you were going to end up coming. You had that whole blow up because you needed a storyline. I mean, you had enough of a storyline with the whole getting arrested thing, but they got to, act for the cameras, be real extra. As much as he complained this episode about Bobby being extra, you was real extra last episode, Trick. But whatever. Um, and then we see Trina's sister Laura comes. They had a nice little breakfast or whatever. They were talking about preparations for the celebration and ceremony they were going to have for Trina's mom. So then we see Sukiyana. Now, Sukiyana is planning this luncheon event type thing to discuss, colorism and being a woman of color in the music or entertainment industry, and just to talk and, just have a good time and um, love on each other for being women of color in the music and entertainment industry. So she's there blowing up balloons the manual way. Um, you know, blow balloon. Child chameleon comes there. And so Sukiyana was like, all right, girl, I go a couple balloons, help me decorate. That woman gonna talk about some, I don't even put my mouth on my man dick, so why would I put my mouth on this balloon? Either one, you don't have a man, or two, you don't like men, you're a lesbian and you like the cooter. Because if you expect me to believe that you don't put your mouth on your man's penis, I don't buy it. I don't buy it, chameleon. Either you don't like dick, or you ain't got none. But child, nobody buy it. Anyway, I also don't buy that they're gonna really blow up these balloons because everybody knows if you don't put helium in the balloons and you blow them up with your, the manual way, they won't float. They'll just sink to the ground. So you kind of need the helium so that they can float in there. But whatever, we'll let them go with that. It's a mess. You don't put your mouth on your man. Girl, you look like a walking coronavirus. Girl, you put your mouth everywhere. Chameleon, let that go, sweetheart. Let it go. Let it go. Anyway, um, so then we see Amara at home with this bonnet on, talking to her mom. Listen, Amara. First of all, Amara, I don't think we've ever seen your natural hair. Ever. And if you expect me to believe that with all the wigs and weave that you wear, that you got that much hair to fill up that bonnet like you was, because see I'm going to tell you what I think happened. This whore never took off the afro wig, had the afro wig on, and had the bonnet on top of the afro wig. That ain't her hair under that bonnet. Whatever. A mess. Apparently she's missing MJ. She's at the point where she's missing MJ. And hello, you will. Bitch, you used to getting dick down every night. Bitch, you used to having his arms wrapped around you. Because MJ's not bad looking. Nice muscles, nice, easy on the eyes. Probably got a little piece on him. He was digging her down. And now all you got over there is empanadas and your angry, ornery mother. And nobody to lay up. And that cooch is getting dry. Real dry. That shit gets old real fast. So you starting to rethink this whole breaking up with MJ shit. Cause a bitch needs to dig in bed with her at night. You got that big old house and not a damn piece of dick. Child. I knew she would backpedal and pussy pop off of that, but I guess anyway, she's all of a sudden in her feelings and upset with prima donna. But where is this coming from? Because you went and broke up your whole relationship based on this meeting that you had with prima donna and Annie, and now all of a sudden you mad with prima donna. Like, where? What? I I don't understand y'all, but y'all help me understand it. Help me. So next we see Briscoe in the studio, and Briscoe is he's doing this song all about Miami. It's so Miami. Like if you listen to the words, as I was listening to the words of the song, it was a cool song. I liked it, but it was so Miami. I mean, it touched on all the different parts, the hoods, the areas, the stores and restaurants. It was a real good song. I might go and download the song because I liked it. It was real nice. It was so Miami. Like if you are from Miami, you would like that song because it's so Miami. Um, Hood Brat comes through, and Hood Brat begins to talk to Briscoe about everything she's going through about the failed tours. I mean, this failed spot event that they had down there at the saloon. Lord. And then she talks to him about what she's going through with her boyfriend Kenny, finding out that he was married, and she and Briscoe talk. And Briscoe kind of gave her some good advice, saying, well, obviously you're not done with him. Obviously you still love him. Obviously you want to be with him. So at least give him a chance. I understand that. And while that was nice and not bad advice, but child, Hood Brad, you know how these Miami niggas are. They will fling your ass along, and sell you on a hope and dream. Child, they will fling you along and sell you on a hope and dream, honey. Child. Anyway, we'll see how that goes with Brad. Back in the Bahamas, they have the whole ceremony for Trina's mom, and everybody's in all white, and they have a picture of her, and they're on the beach, and they have an urn, and the family's there, and everybody kind of gets up and says what Vanessa meant to them. Bobby always real extra. Bobby was real extra this whole episode, and I kind of got tired of Bobby. Like every time I saw him talk, my whole stomach began to turn. But whatever. But it was not. It was a nice little ceremony. It was very nice. Um, then we go to the women's empowerment luncheon. Now we at the women's empowerment luncheon, and they're talking, and all of the women there are sharing their stories of them dealing with colorism in their own manner. I mean, you had Sukiyana and Hood Brat and Chameleon. You had Prima Donna there. You had Tip Drill there, and you had Amara there. And I'm sure there were some other people there. So they all start to tell their own individual stories of dealing with colorism and different things within the industry and growing up and different things like that. So I didn't know Amara grew up in Brown Sub. Brown Sub is the hood. I ain't gonna lie. She ain't lying. Brown Sub is the hood. It's technically it's the Brownsville area, but when you from Miami, you call it Brown Sub. Anyway, I ain't no shoot child. That is the hood, honey. But anyway, so then, and you could tell this was, I need them to Sukiyana and them. Y'all got to work on y'all acting because you could tell this was so staged and so made up. The whole prima donna Amara fight or whatever because everybody was doing good. I didn't notice any tension between the two, but then all of a sudden, oh, is there some tension between you, Amara and Prima Donna? And then it was off to the races with the fuckery and fucktitude. Like I was like, girl, this is real. This is real staged. So, but anyway, so Amara all of a sudden is upset with Prima Donna, and I was kind of with Prima Donna on this. Like, girl, you mad at me for what? Like, what? Who you mad at? I mean, yes, granted, Prima Donna did ambush Amara, so I understand that part. But the time for you to be outraged and the time for you to be going off was at said ambush, okay? Because you have pretty much changed your whole life or your whole setup based on this meetup ambush that Annie and Prima Donna had with you. And if you were that upset about it, you wouldn't have ceremoniously gone back home and blew up on MJ and not even fucking tried to hear what the fuck he had to say and just went along with everything that they said. Like, make it make sense. Either you gonna be okay or glad that Prima Donna and Andy gave you this information because you needed to break up with Hood, not Hood, bro. Break up with MJ, or you gonna be upset about the ambush with Prima Donna and Annie, and you're not gonna take anything that they said to heart, and you're gonna stay with your man. Girl, I don't understand because it doesn't add up, Amara. You're just not making sense. And that's how I know this shit has to be amped up for a storyline. Mona, you and your writers need to do better. Mona, girl, Mona. But I ain't even understand that. And so they went on outside and stuff and acted like they was finna have this confrontation. Oh, call security. Oh, call security for what? Call security for what? Amara, you ain't no fighter. You are not. Prima Donna might be. She is an overtime girl, so she might be a fighter. But Prima Donna, you're not. Even being from the subs, okay? You ain't no fighter. We already know that. Anyway, so they argue and go their separate ways. Girl, I'm going my way. Girl, you have a nice life. And they leave it at that. Because I was kind of with Prima Donna. Girl, if you got something to say, go ahead and say it, girl. All this, that, and the third. Because you wasn't that mad at the time. Girl, I was with Prima Donna on this. Amara, that shit is retarded, what you was doing. But whatever. Briscoe then goes to look at this house that's way out of his tax bracket. Way out of his tax bracket. It was a nice house too. I wonder what area that was in, but it was a nice house. He goes with his ex girlfriend and his son Shello. I can't remember the son's name. Was it Snacks or something? I don't remember the son's name. Anyway, I know the ex-girlfriend's name is Shello, and they go look at the house with some hood ass real estate agent, Pookie or Ray Ray or Nuck Nuck, whoever he was. I was like, who in the world? Where y'all found this Negro from? Child. Y'all know I do the Get Ready With Me male edition where we do the tie-tying things and we talk about different things about, being dressed up as a man. And did y'all take a look at that tie? Y'all notice how the tie was above the belt? And we talked about that, how the peak of your tie has to be at your belt. But whatever, just a mess. And the way he was kind of describing the house, it was just way too like fix the way you talk, okay? Please, if you're gonna be a real estate agent, okay? Because it was a really nice house. But I had Pookie, Ray Ray, Nuck Nuck describing it to me. Yeah, dog, you can go on over here and have a whole ass party because there's a whole lot of room over here. Like, Nuck Nuck, Pookie, Ray Ray. I know you don't win and got your little real estate license or whatever, but you need to work on your speech, your communication skills. Anyway, I mean, we can kind of tell that Shello's gonna take Briscoe back. Cause look at Briscoe. Briscoe's a whole ass snack, and Briscoe looked like he probably dicks you down. Briscoe looked like he gonna throw you from wall to wall, choke you out, and have a stroke game that is life changing. Okay. Now I can't speak to how big it is, but he do look like he probably carrying a little something down there. But even if he's not, he do look like I may not be carrying something. But baby, this stroke game gonna change your whole world. The way I'm finna throw you from wall to wall and choke you out a little bit. Not in a bad way, but in a way that you like. Child. You could tell she gonna take him back, girl. She missed the dick, honey. She missed getting her back blown out, honey. We already know how that's gonna go. Anyway, down back at Bahamas, Trick and Joy talk. Trick goes to Joy room and they talk about their relationship and how they broke up and everything, this, that, and the third. And I'm glad that, because there probably was a lot of people that don't remember the Trick before the lupus. So I'm glad that people got a chance to look at their like wedding photos and see the old Trick that people from Miami remember and miss, the old Trick before he morphed into Florida Evans, the old Trick that we remember from back in the day before the lupus took over and stuff like that. Because he wasn't ugly back in the day, but now, child, he done morphed into Florida Evans, child, or whatever. But I can tell this is the setup for them getting back together. It kind of looks that way. And we've been saying that all season long. Joy want to be back with Trick, but whatever. We'll see how that goes. Because they all apologizing and Trick apologizing to her and I never meant to hurt you. All that and the third. That's what it is. It's the setup. Back in the Bahamas also, we see they have the whole party for Trina's mom's birthday. And then we see Trina, goes off by herself and has her own moments because she's still coping and grieving her mother's death. And you could tell she was very close to her mother. Trina is a little bit older than me. I remember where Trina and her mom stayed on 15th Avenue, off 15th Avenue, because I stayed on 15th Avenue too. So I remember where Trina's mom stayed or whatever, and it was close, very real close to my house, like a block down, like a block, 2 blocks over. But I hung with my friends, and Trina's sister is younger than me. Um, Trina's but I knew where Miss Vanessa stayed, but I really didn't hang with them like that because I had my own friends that I hung with, stuff like that. So, but anyway, but Trina's still reminiscing about her mom. She's still grieving. She's still going through that grieving process. And I just will hope, I mean, the episode goes off there, but I hope that she is seeking counseling because you can tell this has kind of changed the trajectory for not just her career, her life. And if she doesn't get some help with that, it may spiral for her. And so I do think and hope that she is seeking and getting the counseling that she needs to get through the grieving process. Anyway, that was Love and Hip Hop Miami season 3, episode 11. We are going to be at the season finale next week, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. Until next time, y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely.